All right, Megatron is back. Megatron is back, and he's ready to battle this subject to death because he actually thinks that this subject is awesome. And why am I referring to myself in the third person? I don't know, because it sounds interesting for the time being. Either way, let me make a couple points about this because I really feel strongly about Pete Rose not being in the Hall of Fame. And not because I'm a jerk, not because I don't think he belongs in the Hall of Fame, but because there are certain things in professional sports that you have to uphold for the integrity of the game. And let me tell you why. Number one, the first thing about so the Miz made a great point about he hasn't touched the thing of steroids in his life, so let's let the guy go in the Hall of Fame. The problem is with that argument is that there is no one in the Hall of Fame that has taken steroids. You name me one guy in the Hall of Fame right now that has taken knowingly or been proven to take steroids, and this argument will fall apart. Quite honestly, there are guys like Barry Bonds, Mark McGwire who are up for the Hall of Fame, but they have no one who has ever taken or has been on suspicion of taking steroids is actually in the Hall of Fame. So that argument falls apart right there. The second thing is, we are not disagreeing on the fact that Pete Rose is a Hall of Fame caliber player. Let's all remember why gambling or betting on your own team or betting in professional sports was banned in the first place. Because it had ties with organized crime. Back in those days, organized crime, mafias, and these very seedy people were really, really latched onto athletes to influence the outcome of games. So professional sports, to protect the integrity of the game and to make sure that it grew as a legitimate pastime and not just for people to make money off of, they banned that practice. That practice still has to hold today. This is the reason why it's banned is because professional sports wanted to weed out the gangsters and the people who were making money off of this. That's the real reason. And we have to still uphold the game. Look at Tim Donaghy from the NBA referee. He's been indicted on federal charges by the FBI. It's a big deal because betting in professional sports leads down that road called organized crime. And that's where in professional sports they cannot go. And that's the reason why I think you have to uphold this rule. If you let this rule fall apart, then it's open season in professional sports and betting. I know that it's controlled in Vegas, but that's as far as it should go. Anything beyond that, and it will ruin the integrity of the game because people will do whatever it takes to influence the outcome of the game, and then it no longer becomes pure. In fact, I think betting is worse than steroids. Really is. Because at least steroids, you have to go out there and perform. In betting, you can do many things. You can influence the coach, the umps, the players. You can directly influence the outcome of one single game, which could change the fortunes of many players that enjoy the sport for monetary reasons or not. So I really think that this is the reason why the Pete Rose needs to stay out of the game. You have to enforce this rule or else it's open season in professional sports.